Welcome back to today's episode of Hurry Up I'm Hungry. Now today what we're having is a squid, Pak Choi stir fry. I'm doing it just as that. You can have noodles with it, you can have rice with it, whatever you like, but I'm doing this without the carb overload. So what you need obviously is, in my case I've got a squid tube from the fishmonger, a nice Pak Choi from the supermarket. I've got a lemon off the tree, some soy sauce, oyster sauce, and I have my Shaoxing wine mix, which is, it's just Shaoxing wine and a mixture of these two, but it's quicker to do that. I have my squid salt, and I do need something else. I need, from the cupboard, I need some tapioca flour. That's what I need. Some tapioca flour. Okay, as a thickening agent, you can use corn flour, you can use potato starch, whatever you like. So there we go, that's what we need. But the first thing I need to do is I need to go and get some spring onions and chilies from the garden. I'll do another video on that at some stage, so I'll hang on. I did need something else, doesn't matter. Let's chop these three up. A little bit dry, these ones. Here we go. Actually, first things first, this is my steamer, so it's just a saucepan. It'll be boiling by the time we prep everything else. So I'll kick that off. Okay, put a light, that there. We'll need this. Slightly dry, and you can chop them up however you like. You can put in as much as you like. These are fairly strong, and they'll give you enough flavour. If you like chilli, put in more. Just depending on how much you like, you can put in less. Bench. Lucky my bench is clean. Okay, spring onion. If you double these up, it gives you less work to do. And you can skip ahead, of course, if you don't want to watch me chop off a finger. Now the reason I'm cooking with spring onion is because I'm allergic to white and red onion, so I cook everything with spring onions. So I guess you could use normal onions in this dish if you like. It's up to you. I prefer spring onions for obvious reasons. The other thing I'm going to need is garlic. Large garlic, so a big dollop. Tell you what, you ward off colds if you're drinking this stuff or eating it. Garlic, it's good for you. So we've got our water boiling over there to do our steaming. We've prepped our chilies, spring onion and garlic there. Our sauce is sort of ready. This will be a chemistry set arrangement. Next thing I need to do is prep my Pak Choi. Oh, close your eyes now, folks. Okay. Now I'm doing this a certain way, and I'll show you why in a second. I meant you close your eyes, not me close mine. I'm not chopping anything with this knife with my eyes closed. Now I'm not just whacking off the bottom, because as well as being sustainable with spring onions, I'm also sustainable with Pak Choi. Now I'm going to stick that little guy in there. In another video you'll see what happened to him and his mate, because you can put the bottoms in in glass. I put them in there, keep the water up to them for a few days. Don't put too much water into them because they will, if you put too much water in, they'll get soggy and brown and go all funny. But if you get just the right amount of water and a bit of sunshine, what happens is they start to grow roots. And once they get a good growth of roots around the bottom there, you just go and plant them outside in the garden, and they grow back to being full-size plants. And hopefully later on in another video, when this year's crop starts coming good, I'll be able to show you how you can keep getting a sustainable crop without actually killing the plant. And you'll in the past, what we've done is we've done that, and you keep doing it, keep taking whatever you need to eat, and then at the end of the season these guys tend to flower, so we've got a ton of seeds as well from them. We eat a lot of Pak Choi. Now I'm just giving them a thorough wash here with filtered water, because there's nothing worse than grit in your dinner. Right? So I always make sure that I give them a really good wash, just to that end. So we're nearly done. Now cut these up in two separate sort of lots. I'll do the leaves a second. Now you'll find by doing the, done these in this, pour that out, all the water that's dripped off of everything in the meantime. Sorry about the shaky video. There you go. So I'll put this now, the leaves, over to one side. We'll put them there, and we'll put the stems on the chopping board. If I'm bored. What did I do with my knife? Did I wash my knife? Yeah, if you cut the bottom of these things off, just remember to wash your knife, because when you cut the bottom you'll get dirt on these, and you'll end up with gritty things in your dinner, which I know you don't want. So I sort of halve the bigger ones down the middle. Again, if you don't want to watch me cutting up Pak Choi, or Pak Choi actually, Pak Choi is the skinny one, that's what I had this for. And I put the stems on the bottom, so they're closer to the steam. It's coming up from underneath. So you can be fairly rustic with this. It's not fine dining. It's just yummy dining. Okay, so that's all the stems. Oh no, it's not. So now we've got the leaves. Now, generally leaves are too big. You don't want big pieces of leaf in, and they do wilt. Alright, but I sort of stack them up like this. And I cut them through the middle. So you've got two halves either way. Okay, and then I'll Did I mention that I don't have a food dream? I just dream of food. Yeah, something like that. And I can make this interesting for people. Okay, so we're almost done here with this bit. Now with the lid on, of course, the water should boil fairly quickly in that saucepan. There also wasn't too much of it, but it's going to get very hectic around here. Okay, so water's ready. That's chopped. I haven't done that, so this is going to become quick. Alright, get that out. This is just a squid tube. You can go with a whole squid if you want. You can have it either way from my local fishmonger. I prefer this in this dish. We'll be doing him pretty rapidly in a second. Okay, so the first thing to do, we'll get our Pak Choi on there steaming, and we are going to start our stopwatch. Meanwhile, we're going to be heating our fry pan here. We're going to add a bit of oil. You can add chili oil too. We do chili oil. And we'll do that. We're going to reuse. We're going to reuse that bowl. Okay. All right. So in through the middle. Cut. I did mention this is a sharp knife, but sharp knife is not totally essential. Okay, now people will spend all their time scoring away. I don't muck around doing that nonsense. You can see I've got all my scores across there. I'm not in this for a beauty competition, right? I'm scoring it to get the flavour. Yes, it is the inside you're scoring. The outside. And the reason I move fairly quickly at this stage is because my oil's heating up already. Okay. Put that across there like that. It's 2 pieces. Now what I do is I take the half, which I've now scored, cut fairly hard through that, and I will cut it just into slices crossways like that. You have to cut fairly hard through it, because you just cut lightly through it and you think you've cut through the whole thing, and then when you go to scrape it off the board, some of them are stuck together, and that makes for a bit of digging around in the fry pan. Okay. It doesn't take an awful lot. I do squid a couple of different ways of fry them. Now, I make a sauce to thicken this up. See that? I feel thickly in the store there. So I do this a couple of different ways. And you can see our mixture there is now warming up nicely. There's 2 ways to cook squid apparently. To do it really quickly, flash fry it, or fresh barbecue it, however you're going to do it. And the other way is to cook it for a little bit longer. So we end up doing this the little bit longer way. So you've got the aroma coming out of that. I'm going to put this off here into there. Just going to mix it around with everything. Make it into dinner. Now, the next thing we're going to do, which I didn't mention, sorry for moving around rapidly there, is I put a little bit of butter in here. You know, squid loves butter, and seafood loves butter and lemon juice. Okay, so now whilst that's starting to cook, okay, oh, Brima, Alright, we need lemon. So only a few seconds went by there. I just had to find that. Yeah, it's not really lemon season. The next batch is, we're sort of between batches in the garden at the moment. So we're going to make the most of this. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to fish out my pigs. So let me recap what we've got going on. Okay, we've got our squid starting to cook in there. There is one. Oh no, that's a bit of chilli, I think. It's chilli, so that's alright. So we've got our lemon juice there. We've got our squid starting to cook over here. Oh, that smells pretty good. So as it starts to cook like that, and quick, just over there. Now's the point where I add some of my squid salt. This just gives it a little bit of a different flavour. Those some more of those Asian flavours coming out. Okay, so what am I going to do now? Well, I'm going to add some of my Shaoxing wine mix. Just yay much. You're thinking, he's mad, he's not measuring anything. You're right, I'm not. Just put another drop of that. I did need a bit more of this. I should probably put more in the base mix. I sort of did this time. So we do that. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put about a teaspoon, a heaped teaspoon of tapioca flour into that mix. This is one of these small Chinese bowls. Right. And to that I'm going to add a little bit of water. And so you get this not very nice looking soupy mix, and you just keep stirring that until all the tapioca flour is stirred into your sauce. Okay. And how are we doing over here? Okay, calamari is all tuned up. Now what can happen here is, because I'm not measuring anything, and this is going to come out somewhere between a stew, right, and a soup. If you add more water, you get more of a soup. Okay, but that's alright. People enjoy soups as well. We're 8 minutes in our Pak Choi. That's enough. We'll turn that off. Got our Pak Choi coming. Pak Choi, actually. I keep saying Pak Choi, but it's Pak Choi. That coming off there. So that's almost, 100% cooked. It's still firm, but it's pretty well cooked. Okay. Okay, so we basically have our dinner there. Now, you can see squid, chili, Pak Choi, it's all in there. Now what we're going to do now is make our gravy. Okay, here's our gravy. We've already done that. So we're ahead of the curve. That's heating up, all still in there. So I'm just going to pour that in because that's the way I roll. Clean this mess up. Clean as you go, clean as you go. Clean workspace, no. Okay, pop that in the bin. Okay, so this should be thickening up. Now, as I said, you can make this anywhere from a from a soup to a stew. Now I didn't. One thing you've got to do here is check the flavour, right? That's nice. Chili isn't really coming through. Probably good. Oh, yep, there it is. Bit of a late chili. Okay, we've got a stew. Guess what? Dinner's ready. There's plenty of flavour in it. Doesn't need any more meat, any more vegetables. Doesn't need any more salt. It's pretty much perfect. So in a second, the missus is going to appear, and she's going to be wanting her dinner.
Is it ready yet?
Yeah, funny you should say that. It is. Okay. Alright. Say when.
When?
That's enough for me. Okay. Oh dear, I'm left with all that. Well, there's no carbs in it. So. Oh, there's more disappearing there. That's alright. I would also suggest that this can turn quite clavey, so put some hot water into it straight away. Well, I hope you enjoy that. I'll have to come back and do the dishes later. So I hope you enjoy that. And so that's my squid with chili and pak choi in more of a stew than a soup tonight. I sometimes have that in a bowl. Thanks for your time. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Let me know what you didn't enjoy or like about it. And if I can cook it, it should be easy for you to do it too. So I'll grab a spoon and I'm going to go have some dinner. Thanks for joining me. See you later.